My name is Charlene DeChico. Join with me as I embark on this journey. This is your Community Spotlight. The Great Rib Riot of 2025 was held on Saturday in Stanley at the Prairie Rose Golf Course, where we got to speak to some community members.
Good afternoon. My name is John Woodbury. I am the Secretary-Treasurer of the Stanley Rural Fire Department. We are putting on a fundraising benefit today for the Rural Fire Department. It's called the Great Rib Riot of 2025 that we started in the year of COVID 2020. So this year we have 10 teams, and this year we have new judges. We try and rotate the judges around so we have people looking at different flavor profiles and different spices and tenderness, doneness. So it does change from year to year.
John says it's great to see everyone come together in the community and participate in the event.
Hi, I'm Lance Hollinger, Chief of the Rural Board of the Stanley Rural Fire Department. One of the best things is just get the community all involved, or to just come in where they don't have to travel to another town or Minot where we usually go, and we can just have this in our home backyard. It's hard. It's a hard pick. All the ribs are fantastic, but of course I'm going to be a little biased and have to go with our fire department and for our People's Choice every year. But
my name's Aaron Skarsgård. I'm the Chief of the Stanley Fire Department, and we're just hosting this. The Stanley Rural Fire Department is putting on a rib cook-off, and this is to raise money for our fire department. And got some great sponsors out here today, and just out here to have a good time. So there'll be places first through third, and also a People's Choice Award awarded. And people will show up and they buy their tickets right over there, and they make their way through and get to try all the ribs. So.
And the People's Choice Award goes to ConocoPhillips out of Newtown in the landslide.
Trophies with prizes included were given, and ConocoPhillips had donated over half of the amount of ribs. For more information on winners and this story, check out your Montreal County Promoters newspaper. Charlene DeChico, Channel 5, Local Community News.
This Rough Rider rodeo that we're at today, the Berger family, Shad in particular, is the organizer, but this whole history of this area involves our nation. Mandan itself is named after one of our tribes, the Mandan head out to the Ricra. And so our history is very rich here. All the parks that we have here, all the monuments that we have are all symbolic of how we lived here for thousands of years. And so when we were approached to say, how would you like to put together a show, a rodeo or so, in which we feature some of the cultural aspects and history, we said, yeah, of course we'll do that. So we became a major sponsor of this particular event. It's important when people come here to watch this rodeo that they understand the meaning of the history and people that were here before and they're still here today. With your dancers, your history, the singing, the teepees and things of that nature. And these are celebrations that go on all warm summer long, right? And so we start in May and we end up this last week in the United Tribes, where we have thousands of dancers and singers and tens of thousands of people, 100,000 people that come into the city to enjoy the culture. And it's kind of like the grand event of all the summer dancing in Powell. We work a lot with our youth. We sponsor training, rodeos, all for our youth, because long ago our MHA people were top competitors in the world out in NFR long ago in the 50s and the 60s. MHA riders and the Hall of Fame on a national and state level were there. Now we've gotten a position that we can help promote the sport again. You see a lot of our young athletes or young adult athletes starting to rise up to go back to compete at that level, on the world level. So we're going to be so excited in the years to come here, in the next decade. All the riders are going to come out of this area and perform at that kind of level, and who knows, be world champions like we've had in the past.
North Dakota Building Trades Unions and NHS College are teaming up to bring you an apprenticeship program that sets you up for success. This is the first partnership between a building trades union and a tribal college. If you're a resident in the state of North Dakota looking for a career with long-term benefits, this free program is for you. Offering 15 different trade unions to choose from, including carpentry, electrical, plumbing, and heavy equipment, we've got the tools and training led by experienced union instructors. Using a nationally recognized curriculum, this online course includes hands-on training, training center tours, and mock interviews, with job placement right here in North Dakota. Apply today at nhsc.edu and join the North Dakota Building Trades Unions, where your future is built from the ground up. Are you ready to take that first step to build your future? It all starts here. Do you know how to become a member of the Newtown Chamber? Well, if you have a business or you just want to get involved, all you have to do is join. Check out the website for more information or to register. And you can join us for our monthly meetings right here at Cornerstone Bank in Newtown to find out more or to become a member. See you at the next meeting.
On in.
Being a part of the Newtown Chamber gets you involved with community events like the Parade of Lights held on Main Street, as well as the annual Newtown Car Show, including many other city events that are held throughout the year. You can also join us for our Business After Hours events. Showcase your business and be featured on Community Spotlight TV. We look forward to meeting you soon. Contact us today for more info.
Great that everybody understand that addiction is a real problem, and it can be arrested and you can recover. And the message that we need to get out to people is hope. There's a lot of people that don't believe that they can recover and get well. And when we look at young people today, they have no idea. They're struggling hard with addiction like never before, and they ODing and dying, and they just don't believe in themselves. And we need to come to a place where we deliver a message to them that they can be restored inside. It's not what we look like on the outside. I think too many of us get caught up on, when we get recovery, what we look like on the outside. But our insides are not well, and we need to help these young people and anybody that's struggling with addiction get well on the inside and get whole.
And that's awesome, talking about an inside job, right? And so I just want to thank you and mention again about that you yourself have been involved in recovery, and it's okay. You've been open about that, and so the support that you give to others with recovery. But today we were talking a lot about the addiction component, and so we hear that the phrase disease of addiction. And so what is your comments of that phrase, like really getting out there and people hearing that addiction is a disease?
Well, it's about time. It should have been out there a long time ago that it's a disease. It's an illness of the mind that affects a person and controls a person's life, and it takes people to places that they can never imagine. I don't care if you come from Park Bench to Beverly Hills. Addiction will ruin your life, and whoever you are. It doesn't matter if you're successful, famous, baseball player, or whatever. There's a real issue that's going on inside with someone that's caught up in the midst of addiction, and if you can ever get to the root problem of that, then they can eventually find recovery, and that's the most important statement I bring about to people. Recovery is real, and you can live an abundant life if you just set your mind to doing some real work on yourself and dealing with the issues that you have, and you can become a whole new person.
My name is Clint.
I'm an alcoholic. My name is Victoria.
I'm Justin H. I'm an alcoholic.
My name's Danielle, and I'm an alcoholic.
My name's Mark. I'm an alcoholic.
My name is Dorothy T., and I am an alcoholic.
For so long, alcohol has sort of been there for me to sort of see me through social situations. I didn't really know how to communicate.
I had no friends. I burned every single bridge. My family had cut ties for me. I was unemployable and all of those things because, drinking was more important than anything else.
I had my last drink when I was sitting at a bus stop in Savannah, Georgia.
My journey in AA started years ago when I reached the outside limits of my desperation.
I really wanted to quit drinking. I just couldn't stop on my own. And I remember when I woke up on the day that I got sober, I felt something inside of me tell me that I could go to AA.
And then these people, just gathered around me, and it was just an amazing experience because that was the fellowship in action in my life.
They took me to Alcoholics Anonymous. Alcoholics Anonymous has saved my life.
The moral of my story today is that AA has never let me down, ever. When I've been in my darkest hours, AA has been there for me.
So if I carry any sort of message with my story, it's that, keep coming back and that this thing does work. And don't leave before the miracle happens.
If you have a problem with alcohol, contact AA. It works.
Recovery is what happens at NA meetings. It is possible to stop using drugs.
Call Narcotics Anonymous.
I know I was desperate because I wouldn't have called otherwise. You don't have to wait till you're as bad off as I was before you reach out.
Call Narcotics Anonymous.
Well, when I went to my first meeting, I was really scared. I didn't know what to expect.
You know what I mean? It is possible to stop doing drugs. The proof's at the meetings. But you got to get there first.
Your local correspondent, and you're watching RTC Local Community News. Alexander City Park brought together local oil companies and community members for a full day of activities presented by North Dakota Petroleum Foundation.
My name is Reva. I'm the Communications Director for North Dakota Petroleum Council and the North Dakota Petroleum Foundation, who's hosting this great event here today in Alexander, North Dakota. This is about 27 different communities that we've reached with a Cook Fest in the Bakken community areas as a thank you to all the people who have been around oil and gas industry and members throughout the many years of the oil industry. So we've got 17 different cookers here sharing free barbecue, awesome food, and then we have educational booths, and we also had an educational session talking about the oil and gas industry and its history.
My name's Kathy Nessett. I'm a geologist from Tioga, and I spoke about the geology and how the drilling happened to drill these wells in North Dakota to get the Bakken formation. But then also, what's new, what's coming on, what's next? What's new? We have a lot of work to do to continue to get more oil out of this rock. We're only getting about 14 or 15% of the oil out. So what we want to do, we want to get that percentage up higher, and we'll do that with enhanced oil recovery. So we look forward to that work.
Although a day packed with fun, we also got a pipeline breakdown with a little bit of history and insight.
So my name is Justin Kringsted, Director of the North Dakota Pipeline Authority. So we had our education sessions this afternoon, really focusing on the pipeline industry as a whole, how its core function works in our economy, the value that it brings to our everyday life, from economic development, security, all the upstream and downstream values associated with that. Knowing that the MHA Nation sitting on some of the best geology in the basin, so taking that oil and natural gas, first off, making sure that gas gets captured, gets put in a pipeline system, then a lot of questions about where does it go from there, right? We see it come up to the surface at the location. How does it get from there to us as consumers, to our gasoline pumps, to our homes for our furnaces? And MHA, one of the key players to making that happen for citizens across the U.S. The U.S. has led the world in developing long-haul crude oil pipelines and natural gas pipelines, and it really started from a security standpoint. We're trying to find a secure, reliable, safe way of moving energy from where it's produced to where it's consumed, and that really came to a front during World War II. And we had our first major pipelines developed during World War II as a result of, again, security and energy security concerns. And from then, the U.S. has led the world in developing millions of miles of crude oil, natural gas liquid pipelines that we rely on every day. So what we're looking at on this map, these are the major crude oil, natural gas, and refined product pipelines in the U.S. And so all you're looking at is just the major pipelines. This infrastructure then connecting areas of the U.S. where energy is produced, like in North Dakota, and then moving that energy to areas where high consumption and low production. So Iowa, Illinois, these areas where they do not have their own oil and natural gas production at the volumes necessary. So over the last 15 years, just watching the evolution of the Bakken Three Forks Formation in North Dakota, going from an oil play that we knew was in the ground, but the technology didn't exist, and seeing the industry evolve from a resource that was being passed by to figuring out ways to produce 5%, 10%, and now the best technology is somewhere around that 15% of the oil and natural gas is being able to be produced, which means on the flip side, 85% of that oil is still in the ground waiting for the next smart set of minds to figure out how do we increase that another 2, 3, 5, 10, 15%, which again, complete game changer, not only for North Dakota, but then that technology gets proliferated out to other plays around the U.S., around the globe, and continues to add that energy supply and security that everyone needs.
After gaining valuable insight, we got back to the fun.
Ron Ness, President of North Dakota Petroleum Council. Welcome to CookFest 2025. If you know the oil and gas industry, they are competing. So there's a community winner where the community leaders go around and they kind of pick the best experience, you know, what they like about the different things they may be offering in addition to the food. But then there's the people's choice, and that's everybody here has got a QR code that they can go on and vote for a team. And generally, that's going to go to the team with the best food.
Well, I hear the train coming, it's rolling around the bend, and I've seen sunshine since I don't know when, 'cause I'm stuck at Folsom Prison.
Hi, I'm with Lund Oil. This is our first year in this Cook Fest. There's our crew, Lund Oil's crew, Brady Lund, the man himself.
The working fellas. Yeah, we're here with Fast Energy Services out of Alexander, and we're enjoying the great spotlights out here, all the businesses, having a great time. What a great show.
Yeah, I'm Dwight Griffin with Hess Corporation, out here with this great team, cooking all this wonderful food. We've had several items here. We started out with smoked baked potatoes with stuffed with brisket, wrapped in bacon, really good, topped with a homemade aioli sauce, good enough to bottle. We also had some smoked mac and cheese, jalapeno poppers, and then I tell you what, if you didn't get one of those specialty hot dogs, you missed out. That thing was amazing. We spiraled our hot dogs. We had specialty pico that we made to go in with it, mustard, you name it. It was just loaded. It had every taste bud you could think of.
It's really nice to see everybody get together and compete, have fun. I mean, this is a family-friendly event, and it's just good fun for everyone.
We've done this last several years in the community.
We spent a little time enjoying fried Twinkies and talking to the winners.
Hi, I'm Wilfred Wexerman with WellWorks Energy out of Williston, North Dakota. We had fried Twinkies as our specialty today. It's been a big hit for us out here, and luckily with us and Continental, we won the People's Choice Award. So thanks everyone for coming out.
Charlene DeChico, Channel 5 Community News.
We'll check your tires, we'll do the oil filter, washer fluid, and then your coolant. We'll let you know before we even start anything in case if you don't want to go through with it. We do air filters Monday through Saturday from 8 to 6. We take our last car at 5:30 though.
Elba Woods Memorial Health Center was opened in October of 2011.
Elbow Woods is located in Newtown, North Dakota, which resides on the Fort Berthold Indian Reservation. Elbow Woods serves the MHA Nation, which is the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara Nation. We have a beautiful culture. We have 3 tribes on our reservation, and there is a richness that you experience when you come here. I'm actually a member of the Arikara tribe. When I was growing up, we had one little clinic. Our reservation had one doctor to provide the health care for all our tribal members. We didn't have the services available, and now we do. I think it's great to be able to have our own healthcare system. Elbow Woods is very important to our communities. We provide a service to our people that would otherwise not be available, and our people would have to travel long distances for their care.
If you had to get up and go to an appointment 2 hours away and drive off the reservation, some of our people, quite frankly, just said, no, I won't go. And if they don't go, then preventative medicine goes out the door. Historically, we've got some real serious issues with diabetes. We are suffering at rates of cancer higher than the average population as well. Now that we have a facility, now that we have a support system, we can treat our people, get at problems sooner, so prevention comes into play. And we can also do referrals at an earlier stage as well.
We are the primary clinic of 5 clinics in total that provide healthcare services to our entire tribal membership.
So in a typical week, I travel about 800 miles. How have you been? Good. I know that these patients greatly appreciate it because many of them don't have mode of transportation, so for some of them, this is their only form of healthcare. Looks really good.
Patients don't come in just for one thing. They will come in with a list of everything. There is an interprofessional way that we work, and it's not just the physicians and the nurse practitioners. It's also our nurses, even our lab techs, they're right there working with us. So it's really important because no one's here practicing by themselves. And so our providers really work to treat the whole patient. Family practitioners, internal medicine. We do some prenatal care with our family nurse practitioners. We have our dentist on staff. In our mental health department, we are seeing folks that have post-traumatic stress disorder, major depression, anxiety. Native Americans have the highest rate of suicide, often not talked about, often not recognized. I'm the only psychiatrist that is working with the clinic at the time. There's a lot of need, and sometimes we just wish we had more people here.
Working on a reservation with the Native American people, they're very spiritual people, and they do have different beliefs and they have different beautiful traditions. You need to be mindful of those things when you're treating them, because if you're going to show them respect, they're going to show you that same respect, and not only that, they're going to trust you.
Our clinic and clinicians are very well aware of our cultural aspect in regards to healing and wellness.
We've been able to introduce our customary and traditional ways of medicine into this modern context of this facility. That is the philosophy, that is the goal, have culturally competent care, and what that means. We have to do things in ways that our people are more receptive to wanting to get that health care.
We do have challenges here, and some of them are because we're so rural, we may not have all the expertise, but that's what we want to bring here, is the expertise, because I believe our people deserve that. Our people deserve the best in healthcare. Our clinics are depending on the National Health Service Corps to assist us in getting us certified, qualified healthcare practitioners to provide a service to our people.
National Health Service Corps has offered loan repayment for providers who are willing to serve in underserved communities. Not only are you receiving the fulfillment and benefit of helping people who are underserved, but you are getting financial support as well, and that's awesome.
This is a very wonderful program. I didn't have to worry about paying my student loan, and then not just that, but coming to do the things that I enjoy. I was in private practice for quite a few years. I didn't want to base a decision on seeing a patient based upon their ability to pay their bill, basically. Here, I see everybody. And that's what I wanted to do.
My last year in college, I applied for the scholarship program. When I finished, I was debt-free, and then I did 4 years, 4 wonderful years. I went in thinking 4 years and I'd go back to my normal life. Well, this is my normal life now.
We are sort of disadvantaged, very rural, high-need area, but once they get here, they become sort of part of our family and part of our community, and they choose to stay, you know.
For me, there is this great excitement about being able to impact a community.
We want to welcome all of our big team veterans here tonight. Indian and non-Indian, male and female. Here we go.
Every community is very proud of their powwow, and they want you to come and enjoy and participate. I like to see the whole community come together. So you'll see, little kids dancing, you'll see elders dancing, you'll see family members supporting them.
This is how everybody gets together and celebrates. I see a lot of people greeting each other, a lot of people that are happy to be there, a lot of excitement, a lot of history. It's a very beautiful thing to see. A very wonderful people, a very giving people, and very thankful.
I do love my career. Every single day I feel like I'm able to make a difference for people and touch people's lives, and they touch mine too.
If you're looking for a job that you will love, it's really investing in people's lives and investing in a community. And you need to look at National Health Service Corps.
Hi, I'm Patrick Bakken, co-GM here at Four Bears Casino and Lodge. Welcome to our sports book and our sports betting hub right here at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, located on the Fort Berthold Indian Reservation in Newtown, North Dakota. First of all, you come in, you want to check out what games are on. So the novice, people that don't really know how to place a bet, we'll walk you through all the steps. You can use one of our kiosks. We have the odds boards up. You can take a look what games are playing, how you want to make your bets, mix and match, any way that you want to do. Stay tuned. Go to fourbearscasino.com and check out what's happening here at Four Bears. Either way, we got you covered here at Four Bears Casino Lodge.
North Dakota Building Trades Unions and NHS College are teaming up to bring you an apprenticeship program that sets you up for success. This is the first partnership between a building trades union and a tribal college. If you're a resident in the state of North Dakota looking for a career with long-term benefits, this free program is for you. Offering 15 different trade unions to choose from, including carpentry, electrical, plumbing, and heavy equipment, we've got the tools and training led by experienced union instructors. Using a nationally recognized curriculum, this online course includes hands-on training, training center tours, and mock interviews, with job placement right here in North Dakota. Apply today at nhsc.edu and join the North Dakota Building Trades Unions, where your future is built from the ground up. Are you ready to take that first step to build your future? It all starts here.